Hey guys, I have a suspenseful type of psychological horror movie I would like for y'all to check out. It's called The Night House, and you can watch it with or without audio description on your HBO Max. And it stars Rebecca Hall. She is the main character. She plays a woman named Beth. And Beth has just lost her husband, Owen, to suicide. And it starts out kind of like a little bit like slow, but um, it is suspenseful. I mean, it does got some parts that will make you jump. I think I jumped like about 3 or 4 times, but she is very like depressed and upset because, of course, she just lost her husband of almost 15 years. And he left a suicide note explaining that she was right, there is nothing, and all this stuff. And everybody's like, do you know what that means? And she's like, no, I have no idea. Well, she gets back home from the bar with her friend, and she's like, I lied. She's like, I do know what that means. And she's like, what does it mean? She's like, well, when I lived in, I think it was Tennessee. She's like, in Tennessee, I died in a car wreck. And, of course, temporarily, because she's sitting there talking. But, she's like, when I died and I came back, everybody kept asking me, what did you see? What did you see? And she's like, I didn't want to disappoint anybody. So she's like, I said, I don't remember. But she goes to tell her friend, she's like, in all reality, I see nothing. Nothing at all. It was just darkness. Like, so you're like, okay, she sees nothing. So it makes sense to the note a little bit, and you're still kind of like, well, what is he talking about? But the movie gets confusing because she starts like drinking a lot of brandy, and she's stumbling and staggering around a lot. I mean, the audio description even says that, she's staggering. And she's like going through her husband's things and like finding all this weird stuff, like a bunch of pictures of women that look very similar to her. And there's this weird statue thing that she pushed off the table and it stood upright. And when that happened, I was like, oh no. Oh, I don't like that stuff, y'all. I don't like the dolls and statues. It freaks me out. But she's like still going through stuff, and she finds a book from this bookstore in New York. So she goes up to the bookstore and confronts this woman, and this woman doesn't even know Owen's dead. And the woman ends up coming to her house, and she's like, oh no, we didn't sleep together, but I would have. And I was like, girl, you are stupid. This woman's gonna beat you up. But she ended up, not beating her up, thank God. But I don't know really, like, because like Beth like ends up going through the woods and finds this house that is just like hers but backwards. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? But she starts going through, but her foot goes through a floorboard. So she like gets her foot out and she's looking with her flashlight, and she sees a wrapped up dead body. When the woman's got like dark hair, and she starts freaking out, and she's like trying to run back home, and she's falling because it's raining. She's all muddy, and she gets back home and she's like freaking out, doesn't know. She's like, oh my gosh, my husband was a serial killer. But I don't know because the movie doesn't resolve that. It's kind of like really open. But I am going to say there is one scene where the movie just got weird. And I'm just going to let y'all know. I watched this with my 13-year-old brother, and I was getting scared. I just knew something was fixing to jump out and scare me. But no, this ghost demon thing is like in her room, and she like grabs his face and like rubs the back of his hair, and she's like, Owen, is that you? And the ghost don't say nothing. So y'all, they about got it on. And I was like, oh no, she's about to do it with the ghost. I'm like, Jake, this is weird. But all of a sudden, I mean, they're fixing to do it or in the middle of doing it. I don't know. But he was like, no, I'm not Owen. And this girl is like, oh, Lord. She flips out. It locks her in the bathroom. And I was like, oh, gosh. And she's seeing, like, women, like, in the mirror, like, with, like, her husband. Like, one of them, their head's getting slammed into the mirror. And then she's, like, downstairs. She finally gets out of the bathroom. And then it's assuming her husband, Owen, is dead, sitting on the couch, and she's like, you're not Owen. And he's like, yeah, I'm nothing. And I was like, what? But, I mean, the suspense was really just amazing in the movie. I did not like the ending. It confused me extremely. I don't do spoilers, so I'm not gonna bring up the ending. But I thought when she got out of the boat, there was going to be more to the movie, and it was the credits. And I was like, but I want to know more. But, I mean, I would suggest checking this out if you do like psychological horrors, because it's different. I mean, it builds into it, and you're starting to think all kinds of things of what could be going on, because honestly, I didn't know. It puzzled me. But, like I said, it was pretty good. Like, if you like jump scares, I mean, this is going to be right up your alley. So, go check it out on HBO Max. You can watch it, like I said, with or without audio description. It is really good. I just did not like the ending. So, if you watch it, I would love to know your opinion. Maybe you can tell me what the ending was about, because I didn't get it. So, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Don't be blindsided. And we'll see you very soon with another movie. Thanks.